Wir wollten die Position sehen.
Ja.
Was du gemacht hast.
Oh ja, Papa, er bricht aus. Oh nein.
Komm mal oben für die Choo-Choos. Eine Tee.
Der sieht geil aus, oder? Wenn man die
Ja, oh ja.
Oh, jetzt geht's nur mit Chinese fahren. Jetzt
Die sind immer mutig da, um anzufahren. Das läuft alles gut.
die Spezialleute.
Biologen.
Nein, die tun mir Anzüge an. Die untersuchen mir jetzt.
Das ist sogar für die. So schlecht ist das gar nicht.
Geil, ne?
Obwohl, ich finde das schon ab und zu tolle Reise.
Ich finde der wirkt ganz gut.
Die Tees.
Die Vision.
Das ist geil. Das ist ja immer ein Projekt.
Ja. Oder hinten auf die Straße. Der Zug fährt trotzdem mal weg.
Aber die Leute stehen noch an. Das ist echt.
Ja. Maschine mit der Grund, das ist ja.
Bis nach dahin.
Haben die Leute nicht so für kleine Fahrbeschau?
Die ist bestimmt krasser. Ich bin draußen.
Die ganze Nachtzeit wieder durch. Ist ja geil.
Die sind schon wahrscheinlich.
Echt geil gemacht.
Das war immer.
Genial. Ja, ganz vorbeigelaufen.
This channel is a not-so-proud member of YouTube's all-encompassing special society of heavily overwhelmed layout enthusiasts. Check any railway show, check any railway club, check any layout, check your own house. You'll find one of us somewhere. Warning, the content of this stream is not suitable for children under the age of 16. The topic, language, themes, attitude, and personality of the presenter is not appropriate for anyone, much less children under the age of 16. Topics discussed will not center on trains and will focus on anything except politics. It just happens trains are running. Any similarity between characters, situations, trains, and intelligent thoughts is strictly a coincidence. Any rebroadcast or transmission of the stream without the express written consent of Major League Baseball is strictly prohibited. Viewer discretion is advised. Remember the 3 rules for model train layouts and pretty much anything. It's your layout. Do what you want as you want. Do not tell someone else what to do unless they ask you directly what they should do. Do not call out, mock, criticize, or insult another channel on your channel or anyone else's channel. Thank you for your cooperation.
And see it, you'll love it, and it's all done in the best possible way.
Hey everybody, happy Friday. How is everyone out there? It's Friday again, although this time it feels like it's been a week. Sometimes I do these live feeds and it feels like I just did my previous live feed yesterday, but this has been a long week. Let's see who we've got in and chatting. We've got Ben at Eagle Creek Railroad. How are you? We've got George, the Florida Railroad Dog. We've got Andy, the Hot Dog Pilot 63. Jean Ricard, how are you, my dear friend? Kiwi Dave, welcome in from down under. Joseph Agliato just popped in, sort of the Sergeant at Arms of the Knights of the Rhomboid Table. Mick at Edgeley Park Station, nice to have you again. My good friend Roger at St. Blasey Model World, I hope you're doing okay. Tim JD, one of the pillars of my foundation here. Tom Couples, another one of the standby pillars here. Always there for us, always a good word. Chris at Valley's 56 Railway is here. Stephen at Wigwag Workshop. And Simon, another longtime person I want to consider a friend, good friend. I missed the days of chatting on, whatever that format's called. I just stopped going on it. I think I'm like one of my computers that's permanently on, but I don't use it anymore. And there's Bernie at Crossway Point Junction Model Railway. And let's see, EFO is here. There's EFO. Nice to have you here. Yeah, I almost deleted that video. I did not realize, I don't know why I was crossing. In one video, I was crossing because I'd done a bunch of French things, and then for some reason, my brain just turned it around and made the Dutch flag French, and I referred to a couple of Dutch logos as French, and they weren't. I think I just looked at it, and it looked like all the other French ones, and didn't even look at the flag. Just had a brain fart on that one. And then I was calling the Swedish flag Danish in one situation. In the other one, there was something clearly that was Danish, and I called it Swedish. And I know my flags. I'm very proud of that. But that's what happens when you're having a long week and you do a couple of videos. And I didn't even catch it in editing. That's what really drives me crazy, is I did not even catch it in editing. It's been a long week. Model Railway Shop Dino is here. I think I skipped you, and you've been here from the beginning. And I saw this pop up, so I'm trying to see who else has popped in. I'm flagging. And yeah, it's just on and off the YouTube world. It's just been bizarre. I had a couple of colleagues that I considered guides of mine in my young career. Now, I've lost touch with them, but found out one died last year, and the other died this week. These were when I was a very young teacher starting out. These were people that really, really, to sound arrogant, they saw my potential and made sure I was, allowed to discover what I was and how I would work. I really am just livid. I was moving trains around the other day, and I apparently have fried my ICE3. It is dead. And I'm just really, because that's been the most consistent and best runner along with the Railjet. And of course, it's one of my favorite trains, and I cannot get it. I'm going to have to send it out. I was hoping, I'm trying to figure, once again, I hit the stop button, but sometimes I hit the stop too quick and I don't catch that it actually did not do the kill switch when I was moving things around, and it was open, and I picked up a locomotive, set it down, and the next one I tried to get out was the ICE3, and it's not moving. I am very depressed right now. I am just not happy with myself because it's operator error again, and I try to always make sure, and just and then I was moving locos around and decided I was going to use my Taurus, and I was setting it on the track because my Railjet locomotive, my Czech Railjet Taurus is acting up, and so I decided to switch it out with my Beethoven Taurus, and just as I was setting it down about 5-6 inches above the track, I had a hand spasm because that comes with the stupid hands I have, and I dropped it. Now they're solid, but it's not running well. I will have to take it apart and see if I dented something or loosened something. But yeah, just whoop, because that's one of the things that comes with my hand tremors is I have hand spasms where I'm carrying something and the hand just opens up and drops stuff. I have to carry like drinks and food two-handed. And I've just had a bad week with my hand spasms, and that was sort of the top. So Tim JD is here. I think I skipped you. No, I didn't skip Tim. So I'm really, I went from one loco that's been giving me, well, let's see, the Czech Railjet has been giving me some problems for a while. It was a cheap Pico one that got converted to AC, and in the last year it hasn't been running well. I've tried to clean it up and tune it up, and that's not a skill set I have. Taking apart the motors, I understand how a motor works. Cleaning it, putting it back together to a degree I can do, but I'm not good at sourcing out the problems. And hey, Carl is here. And so I went from one loco being kind of on the fritz to, let's see, my IC3 burned out, and dropping the Taurus, and the Railjet really being a pain in the butt. So that's that. Other things happened on various live chats, and I don't want to go into them in general. The beauty of YouTube. So I guess this is kind of a rant, but not really. The beauty of YouTube is, and social media, because people, social media sucks. Social media sucks. Social media is whatever you make of it, okay? It's social media. It's made up of humans, so it's going to have all the elements of human. And yes, because we can be anonymous on Facebook or anonymous on YouTube, we can be real douches at times. But, for all the negatives, it brings so many more positives. We were talking about this in a couple of chats on Artie's last week, I think it was. I think on Bernie's this week. There was a moment in my live stream a couple of weeks ago where I had somebody from South Africa, Portugal, Spain, France, Germany, Norway, Sweden, Netherlands, Romania, Australia, New Zealand, Canada, the United States, Wales, Scotland, and the United Kingdom, or well, United Kingdom, but Wales, Scotland, England. I think Donegal Dad was there, so that was Ireland, the not part of the United Kingdom, part of Ireland. And so it's mind-boggling that we can come together and just talk. Now, again, I don't pull people up here. There is a way to do it in OBS. I just haven't figured it out. I'm not a OBS guru. I know how to get you started and get your cameras running. And then that's all I want. So that's all I learn, And I suppose there are people that could give me lessons on, well, you should always try to expand. I spent a lifetime expanding, and now I just kind of get what I need and leave it be, which is hurting me with model trains. But it's wonderful. And when the world shutdown hit us, and there were live streams going for years, but they were always in the evenings, American live streams and certain other people. But really, they began to explode through the 24/7 when everybody was basically at home, and they were a lifesaver. And Tim Wells from Tim's Hobby Desk and others. Hey, Lee, how are you? Welcome in. And to Jackie, if she's in the background. Manshed Railroad, Aaron is here. Hello. Rick's Railroad is here. Hello. Tom Couples, if I didn't, I know I said hi. And early on, we tried not to step on anybody's toes. Hey, Barnabas Junction's on Tuesday at this time, and Jenny Kirk is on this time, and this guy's on at this time. We try not to step on anybody's toes, but now everybody's live streaming. The technology makes it so easy to live stream. I still make it a point. I have my scheduled show, and I will not do any unannounced streams if anybody I'm subscribed to is live or I know is planning on going live. Now, sometimes we all do it within half an hour of each other. I start setting up going live, and oh, look, somebody else is doing an unannounced live stream. And you can't get upset about that. You can't worry about that. Now, again, I think we should still be, with the people we're subscribed to, a little bit considerate of their time frames. I have 4 people I'm subscribed to, where one has a scheduled show, and 2 others just go all the time, and they cross over, and I try to hang out in all of them, but you can't get upset about that stuff. And but the other thing is, we have people from different cultures, different countries, and I speak in English. And there are many people who come to my channel. Stefan from Norway, Ifo from the Netherlands, who you wouldn't know he isn't a native English speaker. Jean Ricard. And when we are conversing in English and having people from other countries, we have to be aware of that sometimes what they're trying to say isn't what comes out. Just like when I speak German, I consider myself a fluent German speaker, although there are definitely aspects of German. Like if I were sitting around with a couple of high-end mechanical engineers or electrical engineers, they would probably start using technical vocabulary that I would struggle to figure out, or it would take me a lot of time. And we have to be aware that sometimes what you think somebody's saying is not what they're saying, because we're reading we're reading white print on these chat lines. And so we've got to be a little more able to accept what somebody's saying. And when I go live, I'm on Artie's channel, I'm on Bernie's channel, and I have my own live feed. And once I get wound up and get going, what I allow myself to do on my channel may not be what somebody else wants me doing on their channel. But at the same time, my attitude is, this is me, you get what you pay for. And I have so many people that I consider good friends, and we have to be aware that rule 1, it's your layout, do what you want. but that extends to everything. It extends to live streaming. It extends to everything. We can't demand that the social media world conform to how we see the world, just like the real world doesn't conform to how we want to necessarily see the world. That's why on this channel I try to avoid the divisive stuff. And it goes beyond. You don't just badmouth other channels. You avoid making political comments. This channel, I do not want politics discussed. Yes, sometimes we talk economics and things like that because it gets related to history, but I try very hard to keep the political aspect out of the economics and talk the numbers game. Hey, Boxcar Jerry, how are you? No, whatever you're into, there's a channel for you out there. If certain live streams aren't the format, like somebody came into Artie's live stream it's probably been a month ago now, and complained about what we were doing. It's like, okay, you didn't buy a ticket. You didn't reserve a seat at a table there. Artie has his channel. I co-host. And it says at the beginning, we will banter and talk about anything. Just because we're model train guys doesn't mean it's going to be nothing but model trains. It's going to be whatever. And if you come in wanting to talk model trains, well, you can try to start a conversation in the chat. And if you don't like the humor, if you don't like my antics especially, then, it's up to Artie to boot me off his channel, or it's up to you to go find something that's more akin to what you want. It's one of those things we've got to start being aware of. What you want. By now, people should know what they get on this channel. I run trains, but I don't necessarily talk trains. I talk about whatever, and I don't have a script. I don't sit down and say, these are some things I want to talk about. I usually post a couple things in description saying I'm hoping to talk about these things as well, but I can't guarantee that's what I'll get to, because I set that up in the morning and something may happen through the day and I'll go, oh, I want to talk about this. Hey, Clive, how are you? And so I got some negative feedback in a few places and had a couple of negative things happen, plus all my own things. I really, really, really toyed with the idea of canceling the live stream today because I didn't think I'd be in the best spirits to do it, but there's a part of me that says the show must go on and do what we can. Now, I have one delivery. I was expecting one, and then I got notified today this one was coming. So this is from Modell Bond Shop Lippe, my German shop. Boy, that's a perfect shape, but it's not it's not the best stuff to come from Lippe. This is, if you follow my chat, you know probably I've been talking about doing this, so here it is. Come on. Oh, interesting. There we go. At the rate I'm going, I shouldn't have blades in my hands. All right, but what I have in here is just a whole bunch of tricks tracks. Knick-knack, paddywhack. I have a whole bunch of tricks tracks. I got some radius 3 curves, and then I got a box of 188s and 172s, and if you don't know that, that's the Merklin algorithm. Everything's based on 360, and then they make 188s and 172s combined make 360 radius, blah, blah, blah. Anyhow, this is the same type of track as I have on my layout, except it's not 3-rail. This is 2-rail, so it doesn't have the little nubs going down the middle. Here's some C-track. In fact, this is a, radius 4 C-track, but you can see those nubs right down the middle. That's the 3rd rail. That's actually your That's your hotline right down the middle there. Well, right down the middle there. That's your hotline. You know, those little nubs stick up. And then you have the ski, the shoe, the pickup that gets them. But these don't have that. And this is going to replace that Bachmann track on down there. That's kind of crappy and cheesy, and but I got it for cheap, you know. And I will be running the other DC trains on this track. This is much stabler, nicer quality track than that Bachmann stuff down there. And I went with Radius 3 because right now that space down there, I couldn't go Radius 4, and I didn't want to go Radius 2. Radius 4 would just go too far out where people are trying to walk, etc., etc., etc. Rick, no, I'm not going to the train show on Saturday. That's something else that kind of bummed me out this week. I had talked this with Joyce. I had talked about this with Joyce in December, and that we said, yeah, let's do it. We were going to go down, visit my son who lives in Columbus, and we would go down Saturday to the show, hang out with my son in the evening, or maybe even bring my son and his fiance to the show with us on Saturday. Spend the night in Columbus, go Sunday as well, so do 2 days, and then come back early in the afternoon on Sunday because Joyce is off Monday. And apparently Joyce forgot that date, even though she said, yeah, let's do it, because her family called last week and decided they want to have a big family get-together. It'll be the first time the whole family's been together since her brother's funeral, and they want to try to get together. And every time they schedule a big event, it's always on a weekend. They either schedule it like Fridays, like, hey, let's get together Friday at 5. And usually Joyce remembers that I have a live feed. And so this time, well, we know Anthony's got a live feed on Friday, so let's move it to Saturday. So they're having a big family get together on Saturday. And so if I go down, it will only be Sunday, but also it doesn't look like financially it would be the smartest thing to go down on Sunday. I really wanted to do Saturday and Sunday, but we've been booking our Germany trip and paying for things. And I mean, I've got some money I could go, but it just... I'm actually upset about it. I'm a little mad about it because her family didn't know it was a date, but they just have this intuition to always schedule events when I've got something I kind of want to do. I don't know what it is, but they've got a sixth sense that whenever they pick a date where they're all free, it's where I've got something planned. So anyhow, I do have another mail delivery that was originally supposed to be here by 4:30, and then I got notified today by 7. If it comes during the live stream, we'll open it up, but it's a big deal. It's something I'm really excited about. So anyhow, I've been depressing enough, and nobody wants to hang around and listen to somebody waffle on being negative. So let's go and look at the trains. I did wind up getting ready to go here. Let's go to the 11-lane view. I am running my class 101 right in the front there with the Deutsche Bahn Museum logo with a Czech set. Because I really wanted to run both my Czech trains today, but I just could not get a appropriate logo to work with the Railjet ones. So we've got this guy. And then behind him, I'm running the IC. So I have no double-deckers on none of my high-speed trains other than the EC is a high-speed train. The IC, technically. I've got the 218 going. I've got a freighter going with the horse livery. Then I've got the double-decker IC2. And I've got the metronome double-decker there. And in the back, I'm running the diesel class 75. So let's get these in motion. Then I'll actually look at the chat and see what people are... saying or how many I've driven off. But yeah, I just not in the best of spirits, and the ICE3 just really, because I worked on it a bit today and just no luck. These guys really start off. Hopefully that's good enough. And So I wound up keeping a couple of trains on that I wasn't originally going to run again. But, and bam. What was that? Oh my God. Aha. And once again, stupidity strikes. I know I shut that. I must have bumped it. God darn it. Which one is not on yet? Yeah. Well, what you didn't see but heard is, for some reason, one of my turnouts reopened and a train crossed lanes and went headfirst into the other train. My God, when it rains, it pours. Let me see if I can fix that one. Back in the flash, kids. And see there, I turned it off and it bounced right back on. That's not good. Yeah. We'll do that. figure out why you changed rails. Don't mind me, folks. It's just been that kind of week, and why not carry it into a live stream? Get off too. I know. Just let me get you all fixed. Now, what the hell happened? Yep, it's open. I know I closed it. 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 I know I closed it, and yet it popped open. All right, well, let's see what the damage is. Let's see if I can get things working. All right, hang on, you. There we go. Get you going the right way. Wait a minute, wait a minute. Okay, I think we're good. Sorry guys, I have not even looked at the chat. I'm sure everybody's got a lot of things to say. I'm trying to sort this out and figure out why my brain farts are just so bad right now. What's the old adage? Trust your instincts. Okay, so hey Mark, how are you doing despite how you're doing? Hey Darren, how are you? It's not complicated. It's simple. Unfortunately, when I move trains, it's the only time I use my points. When I'm changing trains for layouts for live streams, or if I just decide middle of the week, Kyan's coming over and I'm going to put out a different train because I want to give the IC4 a rest. It ran very well on the live stream, and we ran it again a bit on Sunday and on Tuesday, so I decided to park it so that when Kyan came over on Wednesday again, I wasn't going to keep running it. And I did a test run. That's what's weird. I did a test run and everything was running fine. And then all of a sudden that point just opened. I don't know if I bumped, because they're digitally controlled. I mean, you can do it manually, but they're digitally controlled. And I don't know if while I was moving things around or when I shut the power down, it maybe popped. But I know I shut it because I ran these before I started the live stream. And it's how my week is going. Yeah, I know Kipling's poem. But I'm not Rudyard Kipling. I put up with a lot. I have a slow boiling point. But once it goes, I'm not the same person. And it's close to going. No, I've had too much chocolate over the holiday time period here. I need to lay off chocolate. I'm happy. I gained about 3.5 pounds over Christmas and New Year's. Actually, Thanksgiving to Christmas to New Year's, I gained close to 4 pounds. And I've lost them all in the last week and a half. Hey, Stuart, how are you? What do I think of Hornby's new Bluetooth? Well, the funny thing is, 2 years ago on one of my earliest live streams, we were talking about what's the next tech, and I said, well, eventually we're going to see Bluetooth-controlled locomotives. I don't know that Hornby is the first. I think I've seen it with other companies, but definitely they might be the biggest company that I'm aware of doing it. I thought Roku was experimenting with it, but for Hornby to come out and say, here's the whole kit and caboodle, we're ready to go, we're going to see. If it's successful, then Hornby are geniuses and they're going to make a fortune. If it doesn't work out, then but somebody's got to take the risk. Meriklin introduced digital in the 70s, but they didn't really mass market produce it until the 80s, the mid 80s. And I don't have the exact dates, and maybe Jean-Ricard or Ifo know. It's just what I gleaned when I was researching the history of Meriklin and the company. It is a form of analog. It really is, Raymond. I will give you that. In some ways, it's a form of... but they say you'll be able to do it, and I think in the long run it'll be interesting. But I don't want to say more than I understand. In some ways it might be kind of cool but you're still going to be powered through the track. So I don't know that a Bluetooth system is going to work any better than a Z21 or a Central Station 3 or an ECOS, where you can control multiple trains and each control their functions differently. And Central Station 3, if you have it connected to your computer, or the Z21 automatically, it's Wi-Fi, so you got it on your smartphone, so it's the same as Bluetooth anyhow. So I don't know if it's... to me, I think Hornby should just catch up with the European world, improve their couplings, and, if you're going to go digital, and do like big companies do, digital and analog forms of most of your product, and just get better control systems. Like I said, I can't see a Bluetooth system being any better than my Central Station 3, where I can control everything either from my phone or from my computer or from my Central Station 3 itself. Plus, I can have them in tandem, and if I'm not being a complete dunderhead and somehow reopening points, then everything runs smoothly and I walk away. And if you do JMRI and you have block detection and everything set up, then again, I don't know Bluetooth is going to make it any better. Dave, the only two controllers I know Miraklin has currently, I mean, they have the old Delta Digital and Delta Analog, or their analog controller, but I always call it Delta for some stupid reason. Evo can correct me. But my Central Station 3 is basically, it's a train computer. And everything you can do with JMRI and train control and that, you basically can do with the Central Station 3 if you know how to work the Central Station 3 to that degree. I haven't done it because I wasn't going to do block detection and automated control, but you can build that all in on the Central Station 3. You can do track design, block detection, route programming. You can do that all on the Central Station 3 or in conjunction with like train controller, JMRI, and all that stuff. Kato has a Bluetooth. Yeah, and again, I have many friends here from the UK that they have given up on Hornby. Hornby is just a dirty word, and they don't want to hear or talk about Hornby. But I root for all the companies. I'm not looking for a company to go under. I mean, I have my favorites, but I am not, it's not like all of us in the 3-rail think Miriklin's the greatest. No, there are guys that hate Miraklin, even though they run 3-rail. Roko's better, Fleischmann's better, this company's better, that company's better. I'm loyal to Miraklin because they haven't done me wrong. When I've had a problem, it's been me. Now, Pico is one where I've had problems out of the box with some Pico, but it's always been the Pico hobby range, not the quality Pico. They're cheap stuff. My Hercules was never a great locomotive, but it ran decently as long as it was on a circle and pulling about 4 cars. All of a sudden this week, it's running, when I got it out Wednesday and today and tried giving it some spins, it was running badly. My Czech Railjet is a Pico hobby that I got converted to digital AC. It was a hobby DC, and I had it converted to digital AC Miraklin and upgraded a bit. And it ran really well for a couple of years, but in the last couple of years, it's been clearly showing problems. I don't think it was a great motor in it, and they've just released a new, really quality one, and I'm probably going to buy it. I know that sounds stupid. I should just get the one I have fixed, but in this case, I'm going to sell my, or if somebody does 3-rail and wants my Pico Railjet locomotive, either can take it, like, I don't know, Mark, would you want a Railjet? And you can convert it back to DC or DCC 2-rail. And I'll ship it to you, no charge. Yeah, and that's been and I've said that. I don't think Hornby is giving bang for buck with most of their motorized product right now. Some they are, but they do put out some old, some nice models that seem to run well. But a lot of their models, they are using old molds, upgrading them for digital or DCC ready, and yet they're charging like it's brand new molding, and I don't think it's right. Well, hi, Train Kits. Yeah, I agree. It's fun to watch, but buy as little as you want. You've been here before, and I know we've knighted you, but we'll try it again. I now declare you a knight of the rhomboid table. there, trains, kits, etc. If you want to post a link to your channel, let people check you out, maybe pick up some subscribers, go right ahead. But I don't have a dog in that hunt when it comes to Hornby versus Bachman versus Rapido UK versus Akira Scale. I will say, I watch you guys engage your reactions. I watch everybody. I watch Charlie at Charlie Bishop at Chadwick. I watch Sam. I watch Clive. I watch Graham. I watch all of you. I watch Josh Pugh and Andrew McDonald and Stewart. And I gauge by how you respond. And I know a lot of you now do secondhand. But I listen to what you guys say. And it's the same thing when I got into Märklin. Is I went to the forums, I read what these guys said, and I figured out the camps. You know, almost like political camps. You know, the guys on the Märklin forum that Märklin's not as good as they used to be, and they'll never be that good. They were once the best, and now they're garbage, and I'll only run Fleischmann and Brava and so forth. And then there are the guys that are in a different camp, like, yeah, Märklin definitely went down for a while, but they've come back. And I'm kind of in that camp. And then there are the guys that Märklin's the best and will always be the best, and I won't touch anything but Märklin. And me, I like Roco. Are they my favorite company? Well, it's silly to have a favorite company. If Märklin and Roco make the same train, I will probably buy it from Märklin. Because I just believe Märklin stuff is designed in the Märklin house and will work with all the Märklin stuff I have a little better. But Roco and Brava make excellent Märklin-friendly product. I have not had a Roco that's disappointed me. I have not had a Brava that's disappointed me. I've had a Jägendorfer collection that disappointed me. This Beethoven was never great, but now it's really acting up, which is driving me crazy. Hey, Ohio Steam and Steel, how are you? John Benicki, welcome in. If I didn't say hi earlier, I know I didn't. And I think I said, oh, and Digger's here. If I didn't say hi to Digger, hi, Digger. But, you know, this is a hobby. And it goes back to what I was saying ahead of time. We don't need to root against anybody. We don't need to look at a channel and hope they fail. We don't need to look at a company and hope they fail. Because when a company fails, it does hurt the hobby. Now, it's up to that company to respond to the criticisms and respond to their quality control. But, and I root for people. I just root for people. I'm sorry I come across as a, you know, like, I'm sure a lot of people that I go on their channels and say, way to go, great job. They're like, Anthony, you would say that if I put, you know, to take Clive's phrase, if I polished a turd and put it on my lap. No, but I might say, well, you did a nice job polishing that turd. But there's no reason to cut back. And if people don't like being told nice job, then why are you posting it? I mean, maybe there are mental masochists. I'm posting this so everybody will tell me how much they hate me. You know, maybe there are. Tell me I suck, please. Tell me I'm no good. Well, Evo, that could be. I wouldn't know. I mean, because all the old M-Track, and there is a huge community with that, as you know. And I don't have anything against M-Track, but I do want the modern stuff. And then instead of going with K-Track to make realistic, I went with C-Track because it's just easy. And I want easy. Many things in my life are complicated. My hobby, I want to be easy. A lot of people like the complicated and the wiring and getting in. And no, I want easy. That's why I tend to buy new locomotives, so I don't have to worry about repairing them right away or fixing them up. Because I did that for years with cars. And my hobbies, I want to be uncomplicated. I hope that makes sense. But I am really thinking I'm going to rip half my table here out and just completely reline all my track. I've got a couple of areas. The trains handle them fine, but I feel like they need to be done better. And the only way to do them better is to rip them back to the point where everything was even before I started splitting stuff off. And I'm also not happy that over time these tables have sunk. And this is plywood and, you know, hard board. And when I first set this table, it was perfectly level. Now, if I set, like, I don't know if you can see these guys. I'll enlarge this for a second. But I'll set these guys here. That used to be level. It's not level anymore. That's what I'm trying to catch. Now, the thing is, somebody asked me this on one of my, I think it was the Roco catalog view. The new ICE, I think it's an ICE 1 that Roco is releasing. They're claiming, now how accurate it is, they're claiming it's all new tooling. It's all new, upgraded, and redone. And I interpret that as it's not Fleischmann rebranded. Now, are they using maybe the same shell mold? I don't know. But they are claiming it's all new. It's an all new design, redesign. Hey, Greg, nice to have you here. Hey, Ray. Yeah, and I should have. The problem is they did not sell adjustment feet big enough for my 4x4 legs. All the legs on my table are 4x4s. And we could not find adjustable. And Joyce wanted them on rollers so we could pull the table out because we have a plumbing access back here. So we put them on wheels, locking wheels, so that this whole table can actually, with 4 people, can be pulled out and rolled about 8 inches off the wall. So actually 16 inches off the wall. Actually, which side? No, it can go about 3 feet off the wall. That we can pull it all the way out and let the plumbers get into that one plumbing access if we need to. So far, no plumber's ever done it. The thing is, we discovered that when we had to redo the basement. And code says if you have a plumbing access, it has to be exposed. And the guy who did the house before me, or the guy who did the house before him, hid that plumbing access. It was under the carpeting. And we found out it was there. So just like we found multiple hidden electrical junction boxes in the ceiling and in the walls. Yeah, Roco is releasing a new ICE 1. A power car set where it's... Now, only one of them is truly powered, but, you know, in the actual model, they're both powered. And then a series of 3 2-car packs. So it would be 6 cars in the 2 ends. And it's an ICE 1, and they claim it's all new, that it's not a Fleischmann redo. The ICE 2 starter set, I don't know, it might be rebranded. But we got to remember, Roco had its own HO. Roco had its own HO. Now, did they take the best of Fleischmann and get rid of Roco? I don't know when the 2 companies got bought by the same, because the 2 companies have been for sale, and I don't think they've been bought yet. Last I checked, which was about a year ago, they were still for sale. That the company that owns them has been trying to unload them. Hey, Nissy, how are you? So, all right, Mark, when I buy the new Czech Railjet locomotive, Market Model Railway Fantasia, I will send you this one. But again, you have to convert it back to 2-rail. I know you have to change wirings around and all that, but I will send it to you. I don't even know if I have all the, I don't know what I did. Well, let's put it this way. Let me show you. Jean Ricard and Ifo, prepare to groan even more at me. When I would, you know, when you buy a locomotive, you get the packet that has all the extra stuff in it. And usually the instructions say don't put it on unless it's just going to be a show model. You know, like it's going to go on a shelf and you're not really going to run it. I have all those packets thrown into a drawer here, and I have no idea what goes to which locomotive anymore. I have no idea. I'm an idiot. Now, my new locomotives, I leave them in the box of the locomotive. But my older locomotives, nope, I just threw them in there. Yeah, I'm not going to put those on. And I threw them in there. Yes, I should have labeled them. Yes, I should have been smarter. That's why I do this. West Point tested me at a 169 IQ. So what I do, I get into hobbies where I'm an idiot. It's how nature makes you, it balances your ego. Because you can walk around going, look at me, I'm so smart. And then I always go into hobbies where I can feel like an idiot. Hey, Dale's here. How are you? But the thing for me is, like I said, I got into Märklin by accident. It wasn't like I researched and said, what's the best company in the world that I could buy European trains from? I was looking for an ICE3 to run in my classroom, and the one I found at the cheapest price was a Märklin, a used Märklin on eBay from a guy in the United States. So I bought it for $275, which I thought was a heck of a lot of money. And then I found out it's Märklin. Okay, so I look up, oh, Märklin's a highly respectable company. So I tell Joyce, hey, Märklin's like considered really good, you know, blah, blah, blah. And okay, so I need track to go with Märklin. And then I saw K-track and C-track. And C-track just looked easier. It was pre-bedded. I wouldn't have to do ballasting. You read up, you just plug all the digital stuff in underneath the track, and you don't have to drop bus wiring there. And I said, I'm sold. It's easy. It's digital trains for dummies. And so I was hooked on Märklin. And I'm still glad I did. For a Baki 55 and a Hornby 50. Yeah, I could probably go to the manuals and start matching. I'll see if I can find the Czech Railjet ones, but just assume I won't. Yeah, thank you, Jean Ricard. I mean, I am glad I got into the train hobby. It would have been cool if my dad were in this hobby and I had carried it on. Of course, I probably would have done American trains instead of European trains, but maybe my trips to Europe. Because I see the potential of how this hobby can, how the positives, how we can, how we can help each other when we're at our best. You know, the beauty of this hobby when we're at our best. I've seen us at our worst. Man, have I seen us at our worst. That's why I always kind of get a little sarcastic when I say, when I see people go, oh, this community is the best community. Oh, no, this community has its ups and downs, goods and bads, like any community. Whether you're into bowling or fishing or kayaking or hunting, there's great guys and there's douchebags. This is a very misogynistic hobby at times. There's a lot of guys that women don't belong in this hobby. And, or you join the club I did where if you weren't a certain type of person, they didn't want you in the club. Yeah, and the thing is, I'm hoping to keep the joy. That's why I'm very careful to not chase Kyan off of stuff. That's why when he wants to look at a train, I let him go and look at it. There are definitely trains I don't want him touching, like on the shelves. And I've paid the price at times because he'll want to look at the trains, my nice trains on the display shelves when they're not running. And he goes up there and he'll start to touch them. And it's like, okay, you can touch it. Yeah, go ahead and touch it. And he'll try to move them up and down the rails they're on a little bit. And I'll let him touch them a bit, let him touch them a bit. And then all of a sudden, before I know it, he's grabbed it and got it picked up and he's knocking everything over. And and there's a moment where you're upset, like, but I'm mad at me. But it's, if it's always no, 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 their brain's going to think trains no, and you're going to turn them off. So, yeah, I want him to experience it, and I will have to pay the price if he breaks a car. I don't know if Andrew McDonald came in, but Andrew McDonald bought me this and gave it to me when we met. It's from the York Railway Museum. And Kai has played with it and broken off one of the buffers, which I still got, so I can glue it back on. And I've got another one where he dropped it on its end, and it completely broke the whole coupling, everything. It was one of these Hornby cars I had, and he just completely shattered it. And you learn. But I'm not upset about it. When I hand something to anybody, I know I'm taking the risk that they may break it. Let's see, I've got to keep up more with chat. I'm really bad, but... What is in green or red, black? I missed something. And there are women in the hobby, but talk to any of them about the crap they put up with. I mean, Joyce is an athlete. Joyce has played sports her entire life. And she can talk football, baseball, basketball, hockey with the best men out there. And yet, if she talks sports, 90% of the men that are around, if we're talking sports and she puts in her opinion, they're like, you're a woman, what do you know? And I've seen that in rail hobbies. When Joyce and I joined our club, yes, part of it's we're joined at the hip and we don't like to separate. But we also have we joined the club and the men sat at the table and talked trains and whatever else. And the guys all sent their wives to another table. And most of the wives were shopping and dresses and everything. And that wasn't Joyce. So Joyce would sit at the table with the guys. And finally, some of the guys like, Joyce, the wives are over there. And Joyce is like, yeah, but I like this conversation better. But the men did not want women at the table. That's just one of 20 reasons why I quit the club. Well, hi, Joe. How are you? Yeah, I've got... Hey, Ifo and Jean Ricard, you're my two go-to guys here, so I want to ask this real quick. I have a spare Miracle mobile station and control. Actually, I've got two spare controls. Well, actually, I've got one because I've got one that's plugged into my... Because I bought a couple of trains that each had mobile stations in them. There's no difference besides the color of the knob between the Trix mobile station. In other words, they both work AC and DC, right? So I could plug this into my Trix and control my UK trains, correct? I mean, once I get the decoders in them. Because right now I'll have to still use the, because I don't think the mobile station will do analog trains. But that's what I'm trying to ask you, Evo. A, could the mobile station do analog trains? And this spare mobile station 2 I have will work with the Trix track. Yes? Hey, Simon, I'm keeping well. How are you? The 60675. That's a good question. I've got the black ones. Is that the 60675? Or did they upgrade them since then? Nope, this is the 60657. 60657. Or did you invert the numbers and you meant the 60657? Hey, Ifo, did you invert the numbers by chance? And you meant the 60657? Well, I know that. I know green knob is Trix and red knob is Miracle, but they're the same thing. It's just if you're a Trix person, it's not like they... Let's follow the freight around the layout. No railjet today. Get the Batman tilted view. I keep adjusting that camera and it just... Boop. That's the next one to be traded out. Although I think that is a Nexigo. It's a new one, but for some reason I cannot get it to sit level. Right. Well, it would be just analog right now. That's why I figured I couldn't use them, Ifo. I think my freighter's running a little too fast. I lost the freighter and yeah, well, that's just the Trix model number for the Trix one, but you don't have to have the Trix run to work on Trix track, is what I'm saying. Right. Yeah, that part I know. No, I don't have any of my Railjets running. I tried to get my Railjets running, but my Czech Railjet locomotive was acting up, and so was my my Beethoven Taurus. All right, Roger, I'm sorry to hear again you're not feeling well. Oh, because I didn't start it. I got distracted with the crash. I really should switch back. Kyan was demanding the mallard the other day when he was here. Let's do floor cam. Sorry about that, guys. It's just been that kind of week. All right, so maybe I'll just give myself... actually, what I may do is see if I can find a Trix... or I'll just use that Bachmann controller for now, just to run them. But if the curve is wide enough, I may go double lane here. And then I can run the mallard on the inside loop and on the outside. I think Joyce will shoot me, but it might be worth it. Yeah, a lot of YouTubers. Not well. Hey, Kieran's here. Brian, Rock Real Fan, is here. Yeah, I was going to set up the GoPro, and I got distracted with all my little mini disasters to start the day off. I see Trackside Mike is here. Nice to have you. See, now I'm just going to wait for my daughter to get home and see if the mail came while I was down here and see if there's a package. But Steve the plumber was diagnosed with stomach cancer. Of course, Roger St. Blasey been ill. A couple other guys. All right, Simon. Now, tomorrow I got a Joyce family function, but just text or email me, and I'm also Artie wants me to host his show tomorrow, which will be a StreamYard show. On the bright side, after an absolutely stupendously stupid start, no current damage. Everything seems to be running happily, knock on wood. But like these two Roku 193s, I've got one of them running today because I ran the Flame one by itself last time, so I'm taking turns with them. Well, they're running well now. Obviously, we didn't start off that way. And again, like I said, I've screwed up 3 trains in the last couple of days. And these are just a little too, like my IC3. The last time it had an issue, I had to send it off and get it fixed. And we blew the decoder on it. And what happened is a wire got pinched inside of it on the shell. And they had to replace the wiring. But it shorted out the... It shorted out that. Now, that's not what this is this time because it was running fine until I shorted out the system. Oops. And then all of a sudden it wouldn't work. Right. Thank you. The search order. That makes sense. And I think that's what Jean Ricard's saying is the one goes DCC and then looks for MFX. But, yeah, I want to get... And that's another one. My UK people. And I've been on the Azuma. I guess I'm just making up for it. Let's go to the all view for now. I'm going to just take a couple of steps away here. Okay, my UK people, or anybody that does double O. This is my mallard. It's the Hornby Railroad. Number 4468. DCC ready. What is, and I don't need high end, okay? I don't need high end. What is a decent or even a basic Hornby? What is the decoder I would put in this? Because I've got the decoder for the Azuma. Alan at Dragon Junction and Andrew at March West Junction told her which one to get. So what decoder would I get for this? I mean, and to be honest, I'm probably looking for least expensive, but not cheapest quality. I'm sure I can get them in America too. And again, if you go off-brand, like, hey, put this one in. But something I don't have to load everything. In other words, I just want the plug and play, and then I would use my digital mobile station to set it up. Yeah, Hornby's released a new range, but if any of my guys, you know, the specific one, whether it's a Bachmann 8-pin, I know it's going to be an 8-pin, but like one that basically comes with the stuff preloaded on it. I have an emergency stop already. It's also on my phone. But yeah, I have an emergency stop. I can stop each train individually, or I can kill everything in a split second. Also, this has a built-in surge protector that when something goes off and creates a short, it's got a security system that reads the short and gives you time to kill the power on it before permanent damage is done. However, sometimes those shorts can still pop a train or a decoder. Well, here's the problem. I don't want to go to a forum because I'll get 10,000 answers. That's why I thought I'd just ask a few of my UK guys that are here, and then maybe I'll get 8 answers. It should say in the instructions. Contact your dealer specialist for advice. Nope. Nope. Yeah, I know it's an 8-pin. I knew that much coming in. I was just hoping somebody would say Hornby decoder number X51 or something like that. You know, I just figured somebody, you guys seem to have these things at the tip of your tongue. Yeah, just the Hornby X51, you know, or like that. I don't even know if this has the speaker in it. It just says it's DCC ready. I don't think that's DCC with sound, especially with the UK stuff. A Bachmann, see, there's where I'm at. A Bachmann 36566 will suit. I mean, I know I could have Googled this, but I only thought to ask it now because I was talking about getting the Miraklin digital track. But I'm going to use an analog controller with it for now because it's better than that Bachmann stuff. An R8249 standard 8-pin decoder. Yep, that's what I thought, Greg. And it will have the settings in it. All right, Ray, have a good night bowling. I want to mine some snow here because if we don't have snow, it's just gray, muddy, and ugly. Snow at least gives something bright. Hey, Pierre, how are you? Bonjour, mes amis. Bonjour, mon ami. All right, Dino, take care. Nice to see you. I don't know if it was a great stream. It started off with me in a negative rant, and then I crashed trains. But thank you. Yeah, there's some parts of the U.S. that have tornado watches going. We're not here. We're just gray and ugly. A little too warm to rain and a little... Sorry. I was trying to figure out who came home and was asking them if they saw any packages on the front. Because that's the one thing, well, second thing that might try to turn this disastrous week into something positive. I'm really looking forward to it. Hey, Edward, how are you? Yeah, Edward, I'm sorry I missed your first Sunday 7 o'clock live stream, but we have family over Sunday, and so, you know, I tend not to watch TV between 5 and 7:30. Zemo are still hard to find. Hey, Jean Ricard and Ifo, or anybody else who knows, but you're my two usual go-to guys. Who currently makes Miraclin's decoders? I mean, at one time, wasn't it Lens? But I thought that contract ran out and somebody else is making their chips now. Or is it all in-house? But didn't Lens make Miraklin decoders for a while? Yeah, I mean, family's first. And it's not like my family's out of town, but Joyce grew up with it, and it's a tradition we've maintained that since our kids have grown and moved on, is every Sunday, the ones that live local come for Sunday dinner. We have the whole family to Sunday dinner, and my son used to come when he moved to Columbus, he tried to come up at least twice a month, and now he doesn't even come up once a month. He's just, his schedule's busy, and so he comes up every couple of months. But they're getting married up here, and they've set the date October 7th, which means I'm not going to Getz this year. Oh, hang on. I'm sorry. Lord Allen's in the house. Please rise. Dun, 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 dun. Oh, wait, that's the wrong song. Oh, well. It was a formal song. Lord's in the house. Good day, my lord. And if you don't know, shocking the world, at their ages, but Alan Wiles and his wife Babs have welcomed into their family a bouncing baby big boy. Shocking the world. But Alan is now the proud parent of a big boy. Takes after his father a bit. Thanks, Jean Ricard. Takes after his father a bit. Long, lean, and a little bit mean. The more advanced are in-house now. Okay. Thank you, EFO. Once again. ESU makes the Pico controller. Interesting. I thought with them making their own controller now, they would not, you know, because that's how it all started. ESU made the Central Station 1 for Meriklin, and then Meriklin and ESU had a difference of opinion in designing the Central Station 2, so ESU broke off and made the ECOS, and then Meriklin's Central Station 2, and the ECOS was, to me, was superior to the Central Station 2, and but I think the Central Station 3 is superior to the ECOS. But yes, I do have that bias. Yeah, bought it because you liked it. Yep. That's all that matters. That's why I have that Azuma down there. Well, okay, Joyce bought it because I liked it. That's even better. That's even better. The only thing better than buying it because you like it is somebody else buys it for you because you like it. That's even better. Wouldn't you agree? All right, I've been on camera too long. Let's get back to trains. Well, really, Alan, your whole video today had a flashing theme to it, didn't it? Flashing lights, flashing girls, flashing new logo. Jean Ricard, I thought it was it was in the making of the CS2 that they broke. But, because I thought the ECOS came out before the Central Station 2. John Benicki, if you don't know Alan Wiles' channel, first of all, join it because it's an awesome channel. He does UK 00, but he's just one of the coolest guys on the channels. But he has flashers, and we're not talking lights. He just added them. He added to them. I think he now has the triumvirate. He's got a redhead, a blonde, and a brunette. They're the type of girl that Mark from Model Railway Fantasia's James Bond character would hook up with. There, you guys need to do a crossover video between Mark's Action Man, or whatever you were naming him now, I forget, and the Flashers. And don't even forget, you've got another girl. You don't think of her as a Flasher, but really she is the Tire Girl on Alan's layout. That little Tire Girl. The Reeperbahn. Yep, the UK version of the Reeperbahn. Well, hello, Sean from GWR Buckley Junction. As long as the collar matches the cuffs. Ah, the great James Bond line. I don't really mind as long as the collars match the cuffs. Yeah, who is it? Miraklin is releasing a special tin plate edition model for, is it the MHI or is it the Miraklin Club? But they're releasing a special tin plate train. I think both Joyce and my daughter came home at very similar time frames. Sean, your video, I just saw your video up when I went online, or just when I came downstairs to start going online. So I'll have to watch it afterwards. If you ever need a smile, you just watch Alan or even Mark Model Rail Fantasia, especially his shorts. All right, you look after yourself, man. Get healthy, please. No package yet? Yeah, they said between 12:30 and 4:30, and then the email today said before 7. Yep. That is a doornail. Yeah, I'm sorry. MHI is Märklin Händler Initiative, which it means Märklin Dealers Initiative. And it's basically the same thing as the Hornby Tier 1 bit, where there are certain models that you can only sell if you're a dealer in that group. My shop, Model Bond Shop Lipa, will not sell the MHI models. I don't know why they haven't joined, or maybe it's because of how they do things. They don't join, but, oh, right. I took that one chair upstairs, so we got to get the other one out. All right, we'll just watch the camera and the train. Tell you what, I'll park the train for a second while you bring the camera out, or camera. And yeah, you got cords caught, and okay, you got the little camera there on the floor. You got track. All right, you're in. You're in. God, I was really hoping this one wasn't supposed to come because they said it had been delayed, and all of a sudden yesterday they shipped it, and today it's here already. Doot, doot, doot. Okay. So let's go to multi-view and get you situated here. We'll get a microphone over for you.
Where's your controller?
Oh, it's on the floor
Oh, you put it back on the floor.
for Kyan.
Gotcha. Does he drive it?
Yeah, although Tuesday he did. Wednesday he didn't want to touch it. Yeah, for whatever reason, Wednesday he did not want to touch that controller.
Okay.
He was okay coming over and starting the Miraculin, but he did. Sometimes he wants to mess with that controller, other times he doesn't. All right, let's get a camera on you. That's pretty good.
Yeah, I don't
Good
like
enough,
that
I think.
tripod right there.
What? Oh, the
Okay.
tripod's in your
Yeah,
way.
because it's in the way, but that's all right. I'll deal with it. So anyway, hello everybody. Yeah, look, see if anybody snuck a hi to me directly. So hi Sean, hi Tom, hi Andy, hi Edward, hi Eiffel,
Yeah, it is.
hi Buckley, hi Eagle Creek, hi Carl, hi Mick, hi Joseph, thank you dear, hi John, hi Rick, hi Mike, hi Raymond, hi Greg, hi Ellen,
Oh God, look how
I'm
bad.
okay, hi Stuart, hi sweetheart Lydney,
Oh, there's Lindy.
hi Buena Rick.
Diane! Diane! Opa loves
Hello, Ohio Stream and Seal. Okay, guys, this is more than normal. Hi, Digger. Woo. So, hi, Kai. Mwah.
you. Yes,
Mama loves
Evo.
you.
I did see them. I'm a little upset
Hi,
with
man,
one
Chad
thing.
Aaron.
They were doing a car per album, and then the Beatles' first two albums, they stuck on one car. They've been making 4 cars, it would have worked out perfectly. And then they did the Red Album and the Blue Album, the greatest hits albums. They could have skipped that one and done the first 2 albums as separate cars. I think, I don't know why he did it that way.
Oh, you guys are doing really well. If you haven't hit the like button, though, let's get Anthony up to 40 if we can, please.
Oh, I'd like to be 40.
Yeah. Yeah, I know. We could go turn the clock back, right?
Yeah.
Oh, then we wouldn't have our grandson. Oh, man. Whew.
But, yeah,
It's amazing
you
I have
caught
a
my
voice
text,
today.
right?
I did. Were you
I
able to fix
screwed
it?
up. I screwed up. No. The IC3 is dead. The Czech Railjet is running really bad. And the Taurus was running crappy. The Beethoven.
Oh,
And the Beethoven, last time I ran it, ran fine.
yeah.
The Czech Railjet we know
Sweet.
has been going. I'm just gonna buy the new one that came out. Because in the time it takes to send that one off and get it fixed.
Yeah, and it was an adapted one, so
And so Mark wants that one.
he wants...
He wants that one. He's going to convert it back to DCC. Convert it back to what
Which
it was and
one's
fix
that?
it. Mark, Model Railway Fantasia, England.
Yeah, wants-
Moving to Poland. Wants the Czech Railjet.
Okay.
He would love it. So I
Okay.
told him I'd send it to him.
All right. That's
So I'll buy the new one and then send him that one.
All righty. All right. How's my poll going?
Oh, well, you do have 43 votes,
I do
so
have
that's
43
actually,
votes.
that was cool. Now,
Yeah.
mind you, half these people probably haven't watched all 4 songs.
Yeah, indeed.
So, how's the voting going so far? You can go to channel, go to poll. So Stuck at a Train Show with You is winning at 49%.
Okay.
Digital Killed the Analog Guy, 35%. Something Needs
Wow.
Repaired, which is my favorite,
I know.
7%.
Not so many.
And then I Still Haven't Found, which several people when it came out said was the best one yet, only 9.
Yeah. Huh.
Because see, what I really wanted to do, but I didn't talk to you about, is like whichever one got voted, you would do live.
Stuck at a train show with you. Not quite right. Let's start right.
Trains to the left and dealers to the right. Here I am, stuck at a train show with you. And I'm wondering how much cash you'll go through. So hard to keep rolled eyes off my face when there's so much more you want at this
You
place.
can't buy that. You can watch it again, Sean.
Yeah, I could only pick 4. And
Oh, that's all you could do on the poll?
yeah, you can only do 4 on the poll.
Gotcha.
And those are, it was hard. These are the 4 that are my 4 favorites.
All right, bye, GW. GWR.
Oh, Sean's already up.
That's
Okay,
right,
Sean, take care.
Yeah. That's right, that's Sean. Haven't seen all the
Parodies.
parodies. Oh, that's easily remedied, you know. God knows I'm not a strong singer, but
Because, you know, these are the 4 I think Joyce's voice sounds the absolute best. Now, there were other contenders, like when she sings the Zombies, She's Not There, my version, It's Not There. She sounds great, but when we uploaded it to YouTube, for some reason there's almost like a tin can echo that wasn't in the actual audio. But when we burned it and loaded it up to YouTube, it came out that way. So that was a reason to not put it on the list. But I still think it's awesome. Her singing, and it's awesome. The Sound of Locos, the Simon and Garfunkel Sound of Trains. She does a beautiful job with that one. But the reason it's not in the top 4 is she did start a little flat with the first line. She hadn't found her voice yet, and that was after multiple takes, and that was the best take. So we had to. Hey, Rick and Pauline are here. Hey, Rick, did you notice? Rick, if you're still
thank
here,
you, Sean. That's amazing.
did you notice that the title of today's stream is dedicated to you?
That's cute. I suppose not all the angels are good.
London town, there's just no place for a street fighting man. I always loved that song, and when they used it in the movie V for Vendetta, I was like, yeah! That might be my favorite Stones song, is Street Fighting Man.
Okay.
Oh, hey, we've got a silliness going on.
Oh. Oh. What happened to it?
It had the rear lights on. We had a reboot
Oh, okay.
during the live stream. Yeah, I had a crash.
Okay.
Oops.
Yeah. Oh. How did
I-
you crash?
One of the points reopened. I ran a test
Right.
and everything was working, and then all of a sudden I start the stream and one of the points was open.
dear. So why is that train off?
Now I turned off the central
What
station.
train is off?
I started the Czech EC with Deutsche Bahn Museum 101. It changed lanes up here because I brought.
Yeah, you moved them. I know you did.
Yeah, I was moving trains.
Right. Ay, ay, ay. Not cool. So this one is not running.
But like Stuck at a Train Show with You, no, it doesn't need to. That's just the decoder in the control wagon. So this just
Gotcha.
turns on all
Oh,
the
it
lights.
hits its own-
But what was happening is after the reboot, it came on and was in the default state going the other way. So I had to flip it back to headlights instead of taillights.
Oh, Wolchufty's leaving? Is he?
What's that?
Is Wolchuff leaving?
I didn't know if they were leaving or saying goodbye to.
I thought he was saying goodbye to somebody else, but all right.
Because that was the first time I seen them. If they were in earlier and I missed them, I feel really bad.
I might still be in here.
Well, Ifo, in Germany, the store that impresses me the most is Müller's, which is in central and western Germany. You get into a bigger Müller's, their train section is bigger than just about any train model train shop I've been to in the United States.
No. And I'll tell you, I'm so impressed with them just because they are tidy and they have bigger aisles than, any model shop train you go to.
Oh,
And
I
so
love
they were
Müller's.
easy to just get around and look at everything, and that's
There was
what I
a
liked
train
about
set
it.
at Müller's. There was a train set at
And,
Müller's in 2017. The Munich, was it Munich or Nuremberg?
No, it was in Nuremberg.
Nuremberg. No, it was Mainz. It was the one in Mainz that had the 3-car
All right.
Regio that I
I'm with you
wanted.
now,
And it was
yeah.
like, I don't know if we can afford it. And I really wanted it.
Yeah, we could have gotten it, I think.
And I haven't seen it available since.
Since, yeah.
It was like a class 442 or 642. Hey, Christopher, nice to
Hi,
have you here, my
Christopher.
friend.
Hey, you can click on it.
The old Müller's tags, Raymond? Yeah. I did buy some stuff at Müller's. But like when Central Station 3s were hard to find because they had changed over a production run or something like that, they had one at the Müller's in Nuremberg we saw. They had one there. And it was
Yeah,
like the
so
only
that
one we
was-
had seen.
That was what I was really
And I hadn't
impressed
bought mine yet. I don't think I had bought mine yet. And they had one there.
with. Yeah, they had
But
a
we couldn't afford that at the
Central
time.
Station 3 there that, what's his name wanted.
Oh, Steve.
Yeah, but
That's right. Steve wanted it, and I couldn't afford to buy it for
Yeah, I
him.
was like, yeah, not really. You have to wire us money or something.
Yeah. Because we had ours, but we saw one for him because they had having trouble getting them. But we now let's train of thought what we're talking about. Oh, the songs. So it was hard to find, narrow it down to 4. But I think those are the 4 where from first syllable to end, she knocks it out. Because we were talking last night of maybe re-recording Happiness is a Warm Train, or at least the middle part, so you can get that on rhythm.
Yeah.
Because, we
it's,
did a ton of takes with that and just could not get it right
we
for some
kept
reason.
it, kept it. It just wasn't working. It's like, I know how that goes. I could not figure out why it wouldn't fit in.
You need to get a very earthy, like Janis Joplin voice.
I
need a-
I need a fix it. I'm going
No,
down.
now who are you doing? That was the new character.
Yeah, it was.
Oh, you're almost going to Annie Wan.
Yeah, probably. Did you
If I was
Did you
gonna,
hear Ottawa Hills had a gun threat?
oh
They sent everybody home, and it turned out to be a hoax.
yeah,
I was like, we don't send our people home. We just
no,
lock
we
'em
keep them
down.
on site and locked down.
That's right. Nope, they sent everybody home.
Yeah, get them outside where they're moving targets, right?
Yep.
Stupid school. Yuppies.
We're just like, can you imagine Ottawa Hills? I said, yeah, that's the
Absolutely,
MO.
Raymond. Absolutely.
That's the MO for school shootings. They're always at the better off schools.
Yep, a lot of that stuff came home after World War II, and then guys that just served in Germany. I know a lot of American guys, they bought their stuff while serving in the Army in the 50s, 60s, and 70s over there. They just saw the model trains, saw the quality, and bought them and brought them home. But, yeah, see, that could be another poll.
What's that?
Which dead character from Matt Clark should I bring back? If you want one character
Yeah,
to
you could do
return, who
that.
is
You can do that
dead.
next week.
who would we
Yeah.
bring back?
Who all we kill? Billy?
Billy the Kid,
Billy the Kid.
Annie Wan,
Right.
Sam Wan,
Right.
Dan D,
Yeah.
the Adamant guy.
The one engineer.
Willie Do It.
Willie Do It. Yeah. That
Yeah,
one.
Willie Do It. They all got killed in the gunfight there.
Yeah. Of
Series-
course. Yeah, you had your
And then Series 2 was the Kahat.
Kahat and most of
All of
his
his
minions.
henchmen.
Yep.
Indeed. You were stationed in Hanau. Okay. See, my problem is that my friends that were stationed in Germany weren't into trains.
Right.
They brought me back German music, German rock and roll, 70s and 80s, Beatles stuff from Germany, German version of Beatle albums and stuff like that, because they knew I liked the Beatles and that I was, I was just into German stuff. World War II stuff if they could get it. But, because see, Stuck at a Train Show with You is the first one. Now, Stuck at a Train Show with You has always been one of my favorite. I mean, to be honest, I couldn't pick between those four. I just like the way your voice sounds on Something Needs Repaired. Plus, I think it's just a cool song, period. I mean, the actual song,
The video's cute.
the video's cute. My lyrics are good in all those.
Yeah.
But like Steve Childers and Ray Eltham both said, and I think Randall Ellison did too, and four people said I Still Haven't Found Trains I'm Looking For was the best,
Yeah.
because they had watched all of them. But there's a lot of new people here that don't know our parody songs, so they might just be going, that one.
I like that song. Yeah.
But that's why Something Needs
Well, it
Repaired.
sounds
I figured it would come in last because it's a song how many people know the original song, Something in the Air?
Yeah.
Thunderclap Newman.
Oh, the next one, Matt Cloak, the Clue Game. Who dies, when, and where, what?
No. I don't let you guys pick how the plot goes.
That's right.
I don't let you guys. I have not started writing, but I have finally got through the major writer's block, the major plot issue. So I will be writing Matt Clark beginning this weekend. So I'm hoping for a February release of Series 3. It will be shorter than Series 2 because
Yeah.
it will be one plot line and not 3.
And we're trying to. We want to finish it before we go off to Germany.
Randall Ellison has seen his character and has approved it. Randall Ellison will be a character in Series 3. High's character, High didn't come in today. He might be in the background. Stuart often says he hangs in the background and doesn't chat because he's
Gotcha.
listening.
Yeah.
But High, who's Pastor Alan Parsons, the Men of Sex will be appearing again in Series
Really?
in Series 3. Yep. The only other plot hole I really have is where to go with Smokey and
His gang?
Goliath. No, I really don't plan on bringing the gang
Bring
back.
back in. That's all
That
right.
was a one-off.
Gotcha. Yeah, but he can go with his friends. That's for
Making
sure.
Chris Winningham Santa was so funny.
Oh, I loved it. I thought that was perfect. He makes a good Santa. Oh, that's nice.
That's cool.
Are you sorry?
Yeah, there are so many different coupler systems out there. I really wish, that the standard that is now going across many groups would just go standard across the world. Because I've got some cool stock that I cannot add on because the couplers just will not go NEMS unless I somehow rip out the bogey, put on a completely new bogey, and redo the whole NEMS socket.
Jinkies, no more gang?
Right. Zoinks! The Scooby Gang is gone. That was a one-off for the Christmas special, and that whole thing was just to do that joke at the end.
Just for the one line.
Just for the one
actually,
line.
it
And I would have gotten away with it too if it hadn't been for these meddling
showed
kids.
growth with Smokey, though.
Yeah.
Which was important. That Smokey
that's just
had, was making friends and getting
Hey,
out there.
Eric, how are you?
Maybe
Eric
you give
Aponte
him a
here
girlfriend
is
for
here,
this
is
one.
in the house. See, I really wish they would have given you or list one somewhere, but I see all other channels. I shouldn't say all others, but a lot of
seen
channels do
several
polls
do
in their
it.
on their live stream. So I thought, what the hell? I'll do a poll too. Well, and I talked to you about this poll last night
Yeah.
because you don't have one. I mean, it's your singing. Here's the funnier one.
I
What's
don't
my
have one.
best singing? What's my best song?
Well, as somebody pointed out, Everard Junction is terrific because he was so awkward and, it made sense to have a not good voice singing. I like that correlation.
I still want to hear from Richard at Everard Junction just to hear if he heard the song and if it gave him a giggle. But again, so many people comment there, what a nice tribute to Everard Junction. It wasn't a tribute to Everard Junction. It was not meant as a tribute to Everard Junction.
A wee bit it was. Because you were calling him really good.
But the parody is mocking the sycophantic fanboy.
Right.
And the only reason Everard Junction was the channel
It's because it fits.
because it fit the rhythm of Paperback Rider. Paperback Rider, Everard Junction.
Yeah.
It worked.
It
You
did.
can't do it with
Well, but
Island Dragon Junk,
yeah. But it also made sense because he's a superior modeler.
Yeah, right. But there were a lot. I mean, because you remember the one channel, that's because it's still on there, so I don't want to say anything negative.
Right.
But bet you can't write one about me,
Right.
and no, I'm not going to. Yeah, that's what I'm saying, Jean Ricard. Yeah. Like, I've got this American boxcar that is a Beatles boxcar, and I would love to add that onto my freight train for the hell of it. But even though this has an technically, well, let me blow it up here. Blow it up. If you look there, that basically is an NEMS coupling socket, but it doesn't pivot. The pivoting in the spring is actually the little coupler, the knuckle coupler itself, and this is hard. So I would have to rip that out and try to figure out a way that I could move in, like all my Roco and everybody else's moving stock, a coupler that still moves that would fit the Miraklin, Roco, Fleischmann, Pico couplers. Because this is all spring action on the coupler itself and not like all my rolling stock where it's, I mean, I suppose I could try to, like I said, get a bogey where it's attached to the bogey. But I was really hoping that I could just pop it out and put a different one in.
It's a U.S. coupler box. Andy, terrible time to give a blue sniffy.
What's that? Andy says what?
The post office lost all my bills. That sucks.
Oh.
A little drama in here.
Everybody bashes the post office. We've got friends and family that work in the post office, and it is a hard job. And we all get things lost. It happens. And politics intervened a few years ago and really screwed the post office up because certain people want to bankrupt
Hi,
the U.S.
Bernie.
Post Office. They want to bankrupt the U.S. Post Office and privatize it. And we've seen in so many other countries that privatizing the Postal Service only makes it worse. But be that as it may, you used to
Yeah.
work.
My sister works at a rural post office, and she had she called me last weekend. She had 2 customers who had packages or letters lost, and she couldn't sleep. She felt so bad about it. It's not your fault, Kathy.
Could I trouble you or Liz to see if maybe that package came yet?
Sure, I'll go look.
I mean, I could go, but you're closer. But, you know, again, going back to couplers, it is what it is. Eventually we'll all get there. And I know there's a whole bunch of you like, hey, converting it's easy, but I've never done it. And I'm sure there's 10 million videos that show you how to do it. I just like things easy and would rather have it all ready to go. Yep. All right, Raymond Legs goes to Yankee Dabbler. I actually have an account there because I bought some stuff there for someone. Oh, wait, I can't open it that way. I have to open it on this one. Open link in new tab. Huh. Wow, why didn't that link work? Uh-oh! Uh-oh! Ho-ho! Woo!
Hooray, hooray,
An unboxing, an unboxing! There's going to be an unboxing! Here at the Castle Anthrax, there's only one punishment for late mail.
Oh, what live stream is he hosting? Did you answer that?
Oops. That's not good. The stop on here is not working all of a sudden.
That's a bad place.
All right, so here's
Sean.
what John say.
And the
And
picture got better again.
again.
Anthony will be on Artie's stream on tomorrow.
Wrong. There we go. Right.
Should be, we'll be there.
All right. A few of you can probably guess what this is, and if I tell you it's been shipped in from California, a couple of more of you might, but this has been months in the making.
Yes, it has been.
But he also does me a cut rate price.
Yes, and he does a great job.
Unfortunately,
For sure. It's terrible to lose
he's
your
slowing down on his business.
lose your mail.
It is, unfortunately. Yeah, I had to call. I called and asked, how are they doing my W-2 since I've retired?
Okay.
Oh, look at that. He sent me a gift.
He did. Cute. Merry Christmas.
Yeah.
Oh, that's adorable.
Merry Christmas and Happy New Year. Now, so he sent me a little Miracle van. That's a little bonus thing he sent in there, so that's cool. A
Yeah,
Choo-Choos
it's very
Miracle.
sweet.
I've got the white one. I've got 2 of these. Well, 3 now.
Yeah.
I've got this
Great.
one. I got this one, and then the white one's over there somewhere. Somewhere. Oh, where did Cayenne put it? Oh, there it is. And then I've got this one. So this one is sort of like the
So
opposite.
you'll have a fleet.
So I have a fleet of little Miracle
Nice.
Volkswagen vans. So that was nice. And that's not what I ordered. But that was nice. Okay, so here's the situation. Wow, he vacuum sealed this.
Such care.
I know. What a guy. All right, so this will give
we
you a
can
hint
help
if you
with
haven't
your
figured it
decoders.
out yet. Those who are longtime followers of this channel, let's go to it. He could not convert it, so I will go ahead. You want to hold that for a second? Actually, you want to cut the... Yeah, Joyce can join in on the unbox. Oh, he vacuum sealed this one too. Man, he vacuum sealed everything because this was already open. Good for him. That is dedication. He vacuum sealed these, even though they were already open. The biggest reason this took so long was getting the right parts
Right.
from around the world.
Ooh, that stuff wants to stop.
All right. Now, if you are new to the channel, you didn't see this, but a long time ago in a galaxy far, far away, I bought this. This is Acme, which is an Italian company, and it is a Czech class 371 locomotive. When Joyce and I went from Dresden to Prague, we rode a European, an EC, those cars that were running around, the blue cars, and I've been trying to find, and Pico made an AC version years ago, and I could not find it online, and I was shopping shops in the Czech Republic, Slovakia, Poland, anytime I had a lead. And so I'm going to pull this out. Woo, it's cold.
Yeah.
Yeah, this will not be going on the layout right
on
now.
The layout. It is all
No,
cold.
you got to let it warm up. But this is an absolutely gorgeous locomotive. This is the
He
class.
is not asking your opinion.
Who's that?
Said you're not asking opinion, and Lehigh River came in.
Oh, hi, Ian. And Andrew, how are you? I'm so sad I missed your live feed from the train, Andrew. I was just busy with other stuff and wasn't online to see that. This is a gorgeous loco. And Acme makes a lot of their locos in AC and DC. In fact, they made this same Class 371 in the other livery, which is a red and gold livery. They made it in both AC and DC. But this one they only made DC. And I either would have had to spend another $350, no, this was like $370 before discounts. I would have had to have spent another $300, $350 and bought the other one and just changed the body, you know, the shells. But I thought it should be easy to make the AC conversion because Acme sells them. But I don't know what's going on at Acme, and I have a hunch they're going under. I don't want to start a rumor, but I tried contacting multiple departments at Acme, and they're like, oh, we don't have the AC conversion parts. And this could not be converted normally. This was DC only, and you couldn't have even changed the shells with the other 371. Somehow the way they molded the AC version cannot be converted, or the DC version cannot be converted. You cannot go into this, I guess, if you look at how heavy and thick those bogies are, because I was like, no, you should be able to stick the ski right there and run the wiring through it. But I talked to several people, and they said, no, no, no. And my guy in California said, I'll look at it. Right. But he researched it and said, yeah, you can't really convert this. So he, after a couple of weeks, he emailed me back and said, I have a plan. And unfortunately, I won't know until later today. He says, I have a plan. What I can do is I can rewire this for AC and put AC wheels on it. I can get those. It's going to take time, but I can get those. But I will put the decoder, and everything in this. So this will be your pickup. So he took one of these cars from Pico, or I'm sorry, Roco here, and he got the Roco up. Oh, that is sealed tight. Is that taped?
It's just taped, yeah.
Ah.
Just a tiny piece, too.
And you didn't remove it. Okay. So anyhow, get in here. And he even sent me the old Roco wheels, the old DC wheels. He let me keep those. But what he did here is, excuse me a second. Oh, I'm gonna drop
Yeah, I was
everything.
gonna say,
And the shaky hands are already going. The excitement and he put the ski and the everything in this. And if you look at that, you can't see it, but he put everything on this. So there's the pickup shoe. This just connects to the power coupling on the one end, and now it's AC. So I'm very excited about this. I just got to find what address he set it at, and find out what decoder he did put into it. But what did you do?
I got out of it.
Why did you get out of it?
I didn't on purpose.
Okay. So yeah, Evo, whatever the situation was, because he was contacting Acme people, because the guy is Andrew Chevalier, and he is one of Pico's official USA people. He is their number one repair guy, which is why sometimes it takes a while to get stuff, because all official Pico stuff repairs either go through him or a guy on the East Coast. And so he is one of the Pico specialists. So he does this, I don't want to say it's favors to me, but in a way it is favors to me. And he does a great job, but he has done all my conversions and all my repair jobs up to now.
He's been awesome.
But but he is backed up.
Yeah.
And he redid all my ICEs for me when I shipped them all out, including fixing my ICE3 when the Dakota bird. So I maybe talk to Andrew and see if he's up to doing a quick fix on that one again. And hopefully it would take only 3 weeks to send it out there and get it back, because it should be just a quick pop in.
Hi, Ewan.
Ewan is here. Hey,
Hi,
Ewan, how are you? But so I'm excited about this because I can finally run the True Consist, and we will definitely see this running next week. But I will probably run it in, if not tonight, tomorrow, because actually I'm assuming he's run it in a bit.
Probably.
I'm assuming he's tested it and run it in. But I'll still run it on some track real quick and just run it in a little bit and then add the cars and see how it handles.
It's got to warm up.
But right now, it's got to warm up, and I'm not going to try to
outside,
take everything off.
Yeah.
But the nice thing is, what he did was he did it as a first-class car. So when I want to run the ICE with this one, I just add this car and take off the basic ICE, basic first-class car. And then when I run it with the 101s, I just put the basic first-class coach back on, and I take these two off. So these two work in tandem. And he's brilliant like that, and I'm just excited to have this. It doesn't make up for all the F-ups I've had this week, because it's all been me. In fact, my central station right now, the one... Yeah, the stop bar on the central station won't work. They'll work on here, but they're not working on the... yeah.
That's not good.
Well, that was all coming off that crash and then the short out. So I've got something else I've got to sort out now. But yeah, I want to put this back in where it goes for now. Slide that in. But yeah, sorry to take away that time, but this is a huge deal. I'll finally get the 371 going and find out just how good Acme's are. But yeah, this is... I don't want to put that there. I don't have a good place for it. And then put that back in here for now. Oops, I'm putting it in the wrong way. And yeah. And then he put the basic, I'm going to change that coupling. I'll tell you that much right now. He's got the short coupling. Get in there, get in there. But there's that. So, yay. All right, let's turn on the trains for a little bit more. We've got about 15 minutes before we shut down. But I may have to do a complete reset on the central station. Yeah, and he does not... Let's go back to multi-view. He charges me fair prices, and he gives me deals. He does not charge nearly for labor what he should. But I've paid him...
He's a good guy.
He's a great guy. Now, I recommended him to a friend of mine, Tom, from Tom's Miracle Trains and Vintage Cars. And Tom contacted him and says Andrew never got back to him. And all I can say is, I assume Andrew is swamped.
Yeah, probably.
Not as young as he used to be. It does not look like I'm going to make the Columbus train show.
Well, there's all of a sudden a lot going on this weekend.
Joyce's family is having a big to-do, and I wanted to go down for Saturday and Sunday. We have a new patio door being delivered Sunday.
Saturday?
Sunday.
Oh, it's Sunday? Okay. Yeah.
And so it just
Yeah, he really wanted to go, but it just
one of the things I'm
things did
grumpy
not work
about.
out on this one.
Just one of the many things I'm grumpy about.
Right.
Speaking of which, did somebody say Tom? Which Tom is here? No, there's one in Columbus here, Edward. Well, not Columbus here. All right, John and Nikki, thanks for stopping in. Appreciate you hanging out with us.
Yeah, that's nice. Got you up to 40.
That says 39.
No, mine says 40. You gotta update yours.
Yeah, I have. Well, that's basically he did the same thing with my Czech Railjet. He was having trouble getting it to power from the locomotive, so he put the decoder and everything in the Steuerwagen. So the Steuerwagen has its own decoder and address, and that works the lights in the Czech Railjet. Because that was all
Tom Couples is here.
Oh, Tom Couples. Okay, because there's Tom Couples, and then there's Tom Kessler.
Right.
Tom's always here.
And
Tom.
John, no, yeah, yours.
John Benicki is
Yeah.
leaving, right?
Okay.
Okay.
Try to keep you up to date.
So it's so he finds great solutions, and I'm always appreciative. And like I said, he could probably charge me more, but I've given him a lot of business over the last 5 years, and he's never not come through for me.
Yeah, he's found some solution for it.
My ICE-1, which I have not run in a few months, I'm actually that was one of the things I was thinking of doing. I was going to get all my ICEs out, but then I didn't want to run the ICE-4 again this week because.
Hi, Randall.
Hey, Randall. But I was trying to get the ICE-3 out because I was going to run the ICE-3 today instead of the IC-1. Actually, instead of the IC-2. I could not get the ICE-3 going. So whatever's happened, something's gone wrong with it again. And I shouldn't say again. Both times I did something to it. I shorted the system on. This time apparently it was a major short, because even the Central Station 3 is
He's
glitching
upset,
right
yeah.
now.
Hi, Aaron. Bye, Aaron.
All right, thanks for stopping in, Aaron.
That's the one that best described you. That's funny.
I will talk to him and see if he's up to it. Because I can't just send the motor, I have to send the two ends as well. And plus, I've got another locomotive that needs, and I may just send them both out to him.
Oh, expect a showing video sometime during the week? Oh, I imagine you will, won't you?
Do what?
Do a video on your
Oh,
acting.
yeah, I'll
Yeah.
probably do a showing video. Because that's why I have the EC out, was in case it came early enough that I could run it in and then surprise on the live stream. But obviously it didn't come in early enough.
Yeah, so soon enough. But early enough, you guys could see an unboxing. That's good.
Because it's gorgeous and it's heavy. I should weigh it and see what it.
Yeah, do that when you do yours. I noticed I lost my food scale.
It's on that table.
I know.
Oh, well, if you need it back, take it back.
I know. We should probably get you one. They're not very expensive. Andy, I'm already foaming.
Oh, I love the blue Pullmans. The Midland blue Pullmans. I love those. Those are gorgeous. Absolutely stunning. Those new Mach 5 or Mark 5 Caledonian sleeper coaches, those are beautiful. That very dark green with the stag horns in white, that's really cool. Gorgeous, but I won't buy one. But if somebody gave them to me for free,
Oh, there's your floor camera. Honey, I hate to say it, but I think you have too many cameras.
who, me?
You got to put them in little boxes. It took me forever to find the.
Yeah, you and Bernie agreed. You gotta watch it on big screen. This
Well,
looks
that's-
awesome on a big screen TV.
It does look good on a big screen TV, but most people aren't using a big screen TV.
Yeah, the people that are watching this on the phone must be driven crazy.
No doubt. I don't know. You could just kind of, maybe
Well, I do the fours.
slowly go through them.
I've been too distracted to go through the solo cameras more, and I was gonna run the GoPro and I didn't.
Oh, I bet. We've done overnight trains, but not sleepers. We just tried to sleep in the chairs. Not easy.
Yeah, well, those are real bed sleepers.
Yeah, I know.
But
Yeah.
actually, the train's called the Caledonian Sleeper.
Okay. Yeah, and the night
The
jet.
locomotive that goes with it is cool too. There you go. You need to put a murdered figure. But who would see it? The Kastenwagen.
That was super nice.
Yeah, that was nice.
Yeah. It's fun getting presents. It's fun just getting your train back, and then he gets a present on top of it.
Yeah.
I still haven't found the trains I'm looking for.
You added a syllable there. And I still haven't found trains I'm looking for. You said the trains.
The trains.
The trains I'm looking for.
The trains I'm looking for.
See, even your brain told you it wasn't working.
Yeah.
Couchette coaches.
Ooh. Does it have fluted sides? An angel?
Did it have fluted sides? I believe so, yes.
Yeah, we'll find out when he gets it back out. There'll be a video, maybe two. Maybe do a quick
Yeah,
short.
because when I got it, I revealed it online, but I did not do a video of it, so I'll be posting a video. All right, Ohio Steam and Steel, thanks for popping
Sean,
in.
we have already booked all of our trains. The longer trains. So a little late to do that.
Well, we could look into the night jet sometime, but yeah, the next Germany trip is 2026 after this year. Because it'll be Australia, the UK, and then Germany again.
Yeah, you gotta ask where your real jet is.
But I can't even begin to think about where we'd go on the next trip to Germany. I do want to hit the Northeast because we have not been in the state of Mecklenburg-Vorpommern. I would love to go up in that region.
Okay.
There's some right in the middle, like Erfurt would be cool to go see. Speaking of which, Artie's awake.
Are you ahead of me?
Yeah, you just walked in. Hi, folks. The pool appears blocking views.
Gotcha. Okay.
Yeah, we're up to 49 boats.
Well,
That's
hi,
awesome.
hi, Artie. Yeah.
No, she was talking about riding a rail jet, the night jet. Just pose it.
Somebody asked where it was, Artie. That's what the conversation was, and he didn't answer. But I think
Plan the Molly and the HSB on the next
needed a
trip.
break.
We have slept on trains. We have taken overnight runs on
Right.
trains, but it's just been sleeping in our seats.
With the students, it's amazing those little ones, how much they can ball up.
Yeah.
So jealous.
We rode an ICE 3 from Berlin to Cologne,
Yeah.
12 midnight to 6 a.m., just to save
Yeah, it was
a
cheaper.
night of...
It was cheaper, and the train is cheaper, and we didn't have to spend another night somewhere.
at a hotel or the
yeah.
hostel.
So of course the kids were
So
awfully
they had a
tired.
longer time in Berlin, because normally we'd leave Berlin about 3 or 4, and instead we left at midnight.
11, yeah. 11.
We got on the
Although
train.
Although there hits a point where there's nothing else to go do
I,
that's appropriate for the
I
kids.
slept 2 or 3 hours.
I
on
don't
it.
think I slept that much.
You slept an hour or 2, yeah.
Oh, I slept some, but I don't think very much. You know, because you get lights that flicker past,
Oh yeah, you do stop at places.
and when you stop, you're awake, and it's all.
We didn't
you
have
know.
many stops between Berlin.
No, there wasn't a lot.
Well, I think
but
you
there
stopped
was a
at, was it
couple.
Kassel?
I think the closer we got to Cologne, the more.
Yeah,
we were
well,
heading.
you get into the Ruhr Valley, man. We hit Dusseldorf and
Yeah.
boom, 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 boom. Essen, Dusseldorf, Essen.
They're good if you're thin and they're not more than you're not taller than 5'8".
That leaves us out.
Yeah, it really does. Oh, you're all right, Artie. You just got up. It's hard.
No, he's not sleeping. I didn't get
Yeah.
a chance to tell you about that.
Oh, okay, gotcha. Yeah, we'll talk after. You're in? You're in what?
Well, he's a pilot. Of course he's in.
Yeah, that's right. Fits you, huh?
He's used to being squeezed into tight places that could explode. Just give him a gas mask and he'll feel right at home. All right, an oxygen mask, not a gas mask, but you know. No, I'll never know.
Nope, he won't.
I don't like flying as a passenger.
We
Funniest thing, as a junior in high school, the first scholarship offer I got was a full ride scholarship to Florida International University for the pilot training school, airline pilot training school. That went straight into the trash.
thanks. Oh, that's interesting.
That
also seems uncomfortable.
That was the first. I got a ton of scholarships after my first SAT scores, ACT scores, SAT, my first. Because my high school made us take it twice.
Okay.
I
you
did
do-
1430,
did you do
then
better the first
1501.
time? No, you did better a second time.
Oh yeah, we took it as a junior,
Yeah,
and then you took it as a
gotcha.
senior.
Gotcha. Well, you learned a little more.
Yeah. So I did 1432 my junior year, and then 1501 my senior year, and then the ACT was a 35 out of 36. So yeah, I was getting stacks of college offers.
Yeah.
But then the thing is, those colleges get you because they charge you to apply. $20 here, $20
Yeah,
there.
they sure do. It's even worse now. Who's Hot Dog Pilot?
Wow, Tom Couples got the overnight sleeper from Edinburgh to London for their honeymoon in 1973.
Let's see. Sounds a little uncomfortable.
Well, I suppose you could really just lay and let the train do all the action.
There's that. Oh man.
Honey, was that the train or you?
Yes.
We're taking the train up Nellie's Pass.
That's right. Woo! It's extra wide. All right, it is 5:56.
It is 5:56.
Are we reheating that pizza for
5:58.
dinner,
I thought
or
that's
are
what we were doing.
saving it for tomorrow? I don't know. I'm gonna be late tomorrow. We probably
Yeah.
should just do it for dinner.
Yeah, I planned dinner.
Anybody crawl through a 36-inch culvert?
Why, no.
No, I haven't. I was trying to think when I was younger, we messed around with a lot of places, but I don't think anything that small. You're watching too many innocent tales of piddle folk.
Oh, I keep meaning to watch more of those, and I don't. Because everybody that watches Matt Clark says you got to watch Mark Island's Tales of the Piddlefolk. I'm subscribed, but okay, let's see. We got cursor over here. Are you remember where to stop them? And then, yeah, I shouldn't have had this many likes. I started my live stream grumpy and
Yeah,
then
you
crashed
40.
trains. And
It's
now, like I said,
because they
I'm...
like you, and crashing trains is entertaining.
Well, they didn't get to see the crash. They just heard me go, what the fuck?
Yeah, there. It's right there. Yeah.
Well, I need to shut the lights off on this one.
Right.
I know, I may have to do a complete system reboot and reload all my trains.
Oh, that would be a pain.
But I don't know. Yeah, this is...
Good thing you're
I'll
retired
hit
and have
stop.
fun.
I will
Yeah.
hit stop, and then it'll just not do it.
Right. Yeah, that's not good. Breakfast time. Yep.
Okay.
No. Okay.
All right,
See how far we're going,
everybody. Let's see where we are at. We'll go to the solo. All right, that's another Friday live stream wrapped. I will be co-hosting or hosting Artie's, depending on situation.
We should make it
on a
back in time.
StreamYard.
8
Well,
o'clock, right?
Right. But
And
that's
6.
what he needed to talk to me about, and that's what I forgot to
Gotcha.
talk to you about
Ah, okay.
because I was in such a mood about so many other things.
You know.
Yeah. But anyhow, so until our next live stream, wow, we're still 33 with people ducking. So we're gonna say to everybody, yeah, this
71.
beard is coming off.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I'm gonna go back to the goatee.
Okay.
So until next Friday, you,
Me.
we will say Auf Wiedersehen
Choose.
and happy trades. Take care, everybody.
Bye.
See you later.